Welcome back to Conversations with Relleasy, where genuine conversations turning to long-lasting moments. Can't forget Stan the Man, you know what I'm saying? In conjunction with Stan the Man. Alongside me today, I have a good friend of mine's, Carter.
Hey, Rao.
What's up, Carter? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Question, is it bomb.com?
Yes.
3 B's?
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You forgot the name of your show?
I've changed my
your
Instagram.
brand?
It's 2 B's.
Bomb.com with 2 B's.
Yes.
Before we get into this, right? You know, I like to always give a fun fact.
Okay.
So I was coming across some fun facts, and I said, "Yo, you know the show Tom and Jerry?
Yes.
Tom and Jerry was originally made for deaf people.
Really?
Yeah, that's why in the show, you never really hear them talk. They don't talk. They just boing, bing, bing, and you see the imagery. But Tom and Jerry was originally made for deaf people, and then they just put it out for everybody.
That's interesting.
That's crazy, right? Yeah. So, you are an entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
Right? And you do hair.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing this?
I have officially been doing hair for 10 years.
10 years?
But I've always done it since I was a kid.
All right, so from obviously your 10 years as a successful entrepreneur, or you would be working somewhere else by now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what made you take that leap of faith to say, hey, no, I'm not working a 9 to 5 anymore?
When I finished college, because I went to school for fashion buying and merchandising, when I finished college, I was kind of just like, okay, do I want to go into the fashion industry, or do I just want to do something that I'm already great on and then capitalize on that? So one day I sat down with like my mentor and we were like talking about all the things I'm good at, and everything boiled down to hair. I was like, I already did it. I always had a clientele. I used to work retail. I used to leave my retail job and go home and do hair. And I was just like, it's time to get my license. And then I went to Empire School on 34th Street. And from that, I've just always been doing hair.
Empire School, they what? Certify you as a...
Yeah, so it's...
What's your title?
A cosmetologist.
Cosmetologist.
Yeah, so you do a state board test and then you become licensed.
So can you use clippers too?
Yes.
You could cut hair?
Yeah. So your school kit comes with clippers. So you learn everything about hair, but you want to know what's crazy? When you go to hair school, they don't teach you like wigs, weaves, and braids. I think they do now, but when I was in school, it's more like the chemistry, textures, density, and stuff like that.
Okay. So have you ever cut a guy's hair before?
Yes.
Or you could give a fade?
Yes.
Nah, for real?
Yeah, and I have clippers. But have you ever seen me when I was bald? I shaved my head bald 8 times. I do it myself.
No.
I've been bald, like skin bald.
And you did it with the clippers?
Uh-huh. The clippers from beauty school.
You were with the grain or against the grain? Exactly. Get out of here. Don't front like you be cutting hair, yo. Get out of here. Nah, you got me tight. What's direction do you cut your hair when you cut it off?
I cut my hair this way.
Oh, that's against the grain. So with the grain will be like this way.
The opposite direction. However, when you are cutting hair, it's best to cut it in the opposite direction of the hair that it grows.
Why is that?
It is. Because when the hair goes like this, you get a better grip like this when you do it forward. You don't have to trust me.
Yo, listen, I trust you. So, all right. Because
you notice when you go see a barber, sometimes they go like that.
Yeah.
It takes off the hair cleaner. And then going like this would kind of just like smooth it down.
That makes sense. So, like, I have daughters, right? Shout out to my kids. So, my daughters do hair all the time.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure if that's their gift or not. Maybe this is a female thing, woman thing, girl thing.
Okay.
But when did you say, okay, let me start trying to do someone else's hair? Like, who was the first client you ever had?
Oh, my gosh. My first client was, I have a cousin named KK. And they lived next door to me. All my cousins lived next door to me. And I was 12 years old. And when I was 12 years old, I used to do KK's hair. And I was a little girl that would sit on the stoop And then all the kids on the block started coming to me and their parents would pay me.
You lying.
I'm serious. So I was making money from young. Like I've always been creative, but I've always liked to just work with my hands. And then I would just try. It went from my dolls. And then my oldest sister was in cosmetology school. She would bring me home mannequin heads. I would try on them. And it went from that to little cousins. And then high school, I was a well-known hairstylist in high school. So yeah.
And what kind of hairstyles were you doing at 12 years old? Like, was
braids.
Braids? Braids only?
Yeah.
Like with box braids, cornrows?
I'm nice with braids. Crazy with braids. Braids only. And then as I got older, I transitioned into like wigs and weaves. But now I do a lot of braids still. But a mix, but mostly braids. So
most of your clientele comes to you to get their hair braided?
Yeah.
And how did you get better at sew-ins and things like that? How long does that take?
So a sewing for me takes about an hour. I got better because I used myself as a guinea pig. I've had every hairstyle known to man. So there's nothing that I can't do. I'm like the muse. And then I used to closures in my hood. I'm from Southside American 109. I was the first girl over there, and anybody could vouch for this that knew how to do a closure. And then all the girls started coming to me. It's because when I was in beauty school, I tried it on myself. Everybody was like, I was walking down the street one day, and my homegirl, she saw me walking, and she was like, nah, come here. She was chilling on her stoop, and I walked over to her. She was like, what is that? And I'm like, a closure. She was like, I need it. And from that, which is why networking is very important, I've gotten a lot of my success from word of mouth. From that one conversation, I was just doing a closure on everybody. I was in everybody's house. And this is while I'm still in beauty school. Because when I was in beauty school, I stopped working. I was just still doing like house calls because I was a full-time student.
Okay. Did you ever have a period of your entrepreneur journey where things were slow for you?
Yeah. So being a hairstylist, there are downtimes. But it's important to at least maintain a consistent clientele. So you would want to do things where people have to come back every 2 weeks so that when it's slow, it kind of fills in for the downtime. So me as a braider, my clients sometimes, they keep in their styles for like 2 to 3 months. But then I have a large male clientele. Guys like to look good. And then we're in like an era now, especially with the salon I work at, we focus on hair care. 95% of our clientele have ethnic hair, and it's like past their broad straps. So with the male clientele, most guys, when COVID happened, they were getting haircuts. Guys started growing their hair out. They want to see length. So I would place them in like, all right, boom, you get your hair braided right now. You got to come back in 2 weeks. You got to get deep conditioner. You got to get a trim, and it's going to grow. And then that's how I just keep it going when it's slow.
So educating the clients is a big part of the reason why they come back.
Yes.
How did COVID affect you?
You want me to tell you the truth or you want me to lie?
I want you to lie to me. Please lie.
In COVID, I actually never stopped working. I never stopped working.
I mean, most people didn't stop working. They gonna audit you?
Yeah.
You hide it from?
I mean, COVID was a little rough, but with the team I work with, we just made it work how we made it work, and people need their hair done, and we got it done. Didn't really affect me. I think COVID was a horrible time, but business-wise, it wasn't that bad.
So I also have another question for you, right? So doing hair all day and all of these things, obviously you can like cramp your fingers, you're standing all day. Is there any like downside to that health-wise?
So there is a downside to that health-wise if you're not the person that takes care of yourself. So I get acupuncture, and I also get massages very often, and I also meditate very often. It's very important. And then I ice bath my hands. So on the weekends, my days off, I put my hands in ice. Like I'm off Sunday, Monday, and every other Tuesday. So a Sunday I kind of chill, and then a Monday I'll just do everything together. It's important because your muscles do get tight. I had a time I was like pushing something in the garbage and I sprained my thumb. I was just like, oh my gosh, how am I going to work? But then you got to keep it together. I have a Chinese doctor who's amazing. Any ache or pain I have, he heals it. And then you keep it going.
He heals it?
Yeah, he does. He's great.
Who's
I can give you it's Dr. Chan.
No, I believe you. But like you say, he heals it. Like
he
what does he do? Like
so Chinese medicine, basically you tell them what's wrong with you, and then they mix different herbs, and then they put it in the spots for you. And then I like it because he also has like a pulse machine that he attached to whatever's going on. So it I guess puts electricity in your body too, along with the acupuncture. It's great.
I'm so intrigued by this.
Okay.
As a hairstylist, For you, what would you say is the most difficult hairstyle to do? You like, damn, she want this?
Recently I had someone ask me for, and they're having a photo shoot, an Asian theme ponytail where it had like the two things on the side, one puff hair, and then I couldn't even see the back of the hairstyle.
You have a reference picture for this?
Oh, sure.
No, not right now.
Oh, yeah. I'll show you. But yeah, I have a reference picture. And she did a photo shoot. And literally, I'm the type of person, I'm a visual learner. So I can see something one time and immediately get it done. And I just got it done. I was like, I didn't know how I was going to do it. And then I just thought about what would make sense. And she loved it. And it was great. A lot of hairstyles I do are very difficult. Half the times I don't even know what I'm doing. And then I ask for a photo and then I just figure it out.
So you get tons of Asian themed hairstyle requests often?
Sometimes.
But when you do get it, you like, damn, I don't want to do this.
No, I'm like, damn, I do want to do it. Because I like to challenge myself. That's how you grow.
Oh, okay. So you don't really have a hairstyle that you like, oh, I don't want to do this today.
Not really.
And what's the, like, so you're standing how many hours a day?
Oh, sometimes at maximum 16.
16? You don't have a stoop?
There is, but it depends. Sometimes I like to just keep it going. Sometimes the most I've stood for a day was 16 hours, no break. Use the bathroom when I can, sometimes not, which is not good for you as a woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
it's rough. It's hard. Being a hairstylist, we don't get enough credit. You're like a therapist. You got to execute the look. You have to put your issues at the door, whatever you're going through. People are depending on you for every single thing, especially in the Black community. Like, I've always worked in the city, and I started working at this salon for like the past 5 years. It's a Black hair salon. It's so different culturally. It's more like family. So with all of that going on, as well as doing hair, you have to like lift everybody up and keep everything together. It's intense.
What separates your service from anyone else's service? Well, what you think makes your service different, I should say?
I grow hair.
What do you mean you grow hair?
I focus on hair care. A lot of stylists today, they put in a style and the client goes. They don't reach out to them. They don't see how their hair is going. It's kind of like an assembly line type of thing. Just boom, 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 boom. There's no personal care. What are you using? What is your health concerns? What is your everyday life like? And all of that contributes into growing hair. I really grow hair. None of my clients are bald headed. Majority of my clients.
You grow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I grow
okay.
hair.
You grow hair.
Yeah.
I envision it like a chia pet. Like
yeah, pretty much like that. Even though I have on a wig, I was skin bald in 2022, and I cut it one more time, and then now my hair is down here. I grow hair.
So obviously, that's a wig. Right?
Yeah, it's Bobby Chris.
That's crazy. So why don't so I see a lot of women, right? A lot of them have long hair, but they still would rather wear a weave. Why is that?
Right. It's just a protective style. Like, some people, like, I'll say for me example, I have natural hair, but it's also curly. And then it's like, you don't want to wear it curly all the time. Sometimes you want a different look. You want to put it away so it grows. Like, everyone's hair is different. Some people do have like hair, they wear it out and it flourishes. Some people's hair is better when it's under a protective style and there's nothing bothering it.
How did you get your company's name, Bomb?
I got that because every time I would do someone's hair around the way, they'd be like, yo, that's so bomb. I'm serious. Like, I even screenshot my homegirl got married and I did her wedding and she was just like, you're the bomb. Just like, and I just made it my Instagram name. Mad dry. But I was just like, all right, I'm the bomb.com.
Hello. So there's no acronyms for it? Just bomb, like,
hair by Carter.
Bomb. It just means like,
and people say it all the time. Just bomb.com.
All right. So what's your biggest challenges as an entrepreneur, and what are your biggest like assets, like attributes?
The biggest challenges as an entrepreneur is going with the times, because what you would do, like when you first start and the trends and stuff like that, things change. Clientele becomes different. Your business has to be recession proof, because if people don't have money, like, doing hair it's a luxury. Like, people don't have to get their hair done. You know what I mean? If everyone doesn't have money, people lose their jobs, then it affects the business. What was the other question?
What are the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur for you?
And then I guess that was a pro. No, that was a con. Who knows? Anyway, and then a better side. Am I retarded? No. I'm not though. No. And then I don't know. The upside to being a hairstylist is you build a community. And I feel like it's very important, especially for Black people, to have community. Like the hair salon is like a cornerstone of what keeps people going. Especially in today's world, people have like a lot of mental health issues. People are going crazy. Like women and or men really come to the salon, and you're really like an extra boost for them to keep them going, keep their families together. It's like it's more than just hair. It's almost like, I don't know, being like a governor or something. I don't know. You're like really helping people.
I remember, I think we kind of reverse roles. I could be wrong. I never really been inside of a hair salon before, except for the Africans with my mom.
Yeah, so you gotta pull up to Queens.
I pull up one day. I was there for like 14 hours for my mom's one day. But when I used to go to the barbershop when I was younger, the barbershop was like it was dope. Talked about basketball, the best rappers and stuff. I go to the barbershop now, just everybody's quiet in there.
Yeah.
So maybe you like hair salons still have that essence.
Yeah. So one thing I would say that I really love about my hair salon, because a lot of people are in suites now, and it's crazy. I work at a full service hair salon. Goddess New Salon in Queens. Gotta pull up. It's fire. Full service. We got somebody. It's 7 of us. We have a stylist in there who does everything. We have a lot of events. We put on podcasts. We put on documentaries. We talk to people. We got the libations flowing. Like, it's like good music. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. No one's quiet. We try to keep, because first of all, when we're working, we're not on our phones. So that's why people don't hear from me a lot. My phone, I don't touch it until I'm finished with my day. We just keep it going. And I like it too because I love the dialect. Like sometimes on our couch, you'll see like a client coming with their laptop and another person working coming with their laptop, and then they'll start speaking to each other. So it's also a way to network at the same time. And then that conversation just goes into like the whole salon, which is great.
So I walk into your salon right now. I'm getting my hair braided. What do I expect?
You expect to probably wait for 5 minutes, maybe 10, because we have an assistant. So as soon as you walk in, whether your stylist is busy or not, someone will come up to you, ask you if you need anything, take your coat from you, and get you started on your service until your stylist is ready.
Oh, man. And they're giving out complimentary drinks?
Yeah, drinks, snacks.
Rice Krispie treats, whatever.
We got Rice Krispie treats. We got Doritos. We got Funyuns, peas chips.
You got healthy stuff?
We have fruits. We do. We have a fridge, so we have everything. We have a bar.
Okay. And how do you market your business? Like, what do you get your most customers from? Word of mouth or social media?
So social media. So the salon I work for, we have like one page where all of our work goes on to, and then we each have individual pages. So social media is a big thing now for businesses in general. People don't even go on Google anymore. They don't even search Google for the address. They go on Instagram.
They're searching the TikTok or whatever, right?
Yeah, TikTok. So social media. And then for me personally, a lot of word of mouth. Sometimes I get clients that come to me and I'm like, how did you hear about me? And they're like, I'm in a secret group I can't tell you about, but just know you're buzzing. And I'm just like, okay. And then word of mouth, which is why I try to keep the way I carry myself, my conversation, and my personality very professional so that people feel comfortable with referring me to other people. Because we got this thing that's going on now. Sometimes people get their hair done and they like, I don't want nobody coming to my hair salon because they feel funny. It's almost like, I wouldn't say gatekeeping, but people do that. So you want to be like...
Yo, I heard that.
Yeah. People do that. Or you can't go to my barber. You ever hit up your bro and like, yo, who gave you that haircut? And he like,
It's different from barbers though. It's different from barbers. Yeah, like barbers, you want to send your barber more clientele.
Yeah.
But some barbers are so booked that it's like, yo, my barber's wild booked, bro. Try your luck.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even refer people to my barber anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's like a lot. For me, it's a lot of word of mouth. A lot. Like, I'll be on Facebook. They have something in Queens called the Black Resource Network. I love them to death. And people will post like, oh, I need my hair like this. And a lot of people would be like, Carter, like tagging me all the time. So.
Yeah, no, I listen, I heard that. And they, someone told me that, because they're hairstylists as well.
Uh-huh.
And they said that some of their favorite clients don't want to recommend them to anybody because they want them to themselves.
Yeah. And it doesn't work that way. Sometimes when my clients is on FaceTime with their friends and they like, girl, your hair coming out now. Nice. I be right in the camera like, pull up on me, sis. Cause you're not about to gatekeep this. I need them dollars too.
Yeah. So you said there's like slow days, right?
Yes.
So is there ever a time where you say, damn, I gotta cut back on my lifestyle because it's slow? Or
Yes.
you're that well off that you don't have to do that?
I wouldn't say I'm that well off because I'm most certainly not rich. However, I am very financially responsible. So sometimes I do cut back. So a lot of times people be like, oh my gosh, where's Carter? She's not outside. She's not taking no trips. I'm watching my books because I know that it's about to be a down season. Like January is a down season. August is another down season. So after January, going into Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, it's going to pick up again. But I do cut back because you just don't know. And especially with the way the world is going, a lot of people, even though they seem rich on Instagram, people don't have money. They really don't have money. They don't. And if you watch the statistics, people really don't have money.
Yeah, they say the average American doesn't have access to $1,000.
And that's crazy.
So in order to be above average, all you need is $1,001.
Right. And then we're Black. The average Black family is at the bottom of the totem pole for wealth in America. So how are we all rich?
The average Black family?
Yes, we're making the least amount of money out of all the other ethnicities. The least amount of money.
Where you get these stats from?
You can Google that.
I don't want to.
Yeah. You want to know who's making?
I believe you.
You want to know who's making the most money in America right now? And this is gonna sound crazy. More than Caucasians, Indians.
I believe that.
Bringing in about $120,000 per household.
And you know,
a year. It's crazy.
But you the key words, right? Per household. So
right.
Because a lot of Black people don't
live on their own. Yeah. Because your parents want you to get out by the time you're 16 and get your first job.
And not only that, more people are single now in the Black community.
And that is true. And that is because the family dynamics have changed. Why is your grandma in the club with you shaking your butt?
The grandma's being in the club shaking the butt, though?
Yeah, why?
That's crazy. I don't know.
Grandma and children shouldn't be out.
It's young grandmas.
Yeah, and where's the standard?
Yeah, I was with my grandma.
Yeah, and you want to know what's...
Coco Laree.
Facts.
We was in Coco Laree with grandma.
Facts. And people aren't focused on building legacy.
Having a good time. That's crazy. But nah, you're absolutely
Facts,
right.
like, come on.
So what is your method to like save more money and be financially responsible? Like, do you have like a method that you could share with anybody?
Okay, so to be more financially responsible, I look at my overhead per month, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say my overhead per month is $7,000. I know that per week, it's 4 weeks in a month, I need to make like $3,000.
Okay.
Or $7,000 in that week. So that 1 week is covering my whole overhead.
Yes,
and then the rest of the money I make, I can do anything I need to do with it.
Profit, invest,
yeah,
save,
and that's all. Sometimes my nails can't be done.
They're not done right now, baby?
No. My nails aren't. Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, so I gotta wait and I got hair to do. I hate doing my nails when I gotta do hair.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Valentine's Day, it will be done. It will be done.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta cut back. Sometimes you can't link your friends for links and drinks. I have a bar in my job. I'm already drunk.
I think it's better when you don't have that consistent cushion coming in because it makes you more responsible.
Okay.
As an entrepreneur, because if you have the cushion, I'll get it back in 2 weeks.
And that's facts. You really do think that way. You really do think that way. However, I'm in control of my own books. So I look at it where it's just like, if I just did 2 weeks worth of braids, I know I'm not seeing those people for 3 months. Now, in my head, I got to figure out how to make the next dollar.
But there's always a birthday, right? There's always a birthday.
Uh-huh.
There's always a celebration. How do you get to those people?
As far as clientele or friends? Yeah. Clientele?
It's clientele, period. Like, how do you make it so you won't have a down season?
How do I make it so I won't have a down season? I keep fresh on my styles and I network. Lately, I'm very friendly. I've been going to different events, networking. I'm about to go to Carnegie Hall on the 27th also, and I'm just handing out business cards. I work here. I do this. What do you do? What can we do? Another thing that we don't like to do, people think that they don't need people. Like, you know what I mean? We need to have conversation. You do something, I do something. What can we do?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have to be in a salon. We can come on a photo shoot. You can bring it to the salon. Anything can happen. You just don't know. And I think it's best to just plan ahead so that you'll know when your down season is, but sometimes you don't know. But being a hairstylist, there is trends. So when watching the trends, when boom, The holiday season is coming. That's going to take all my money because I'm buying gifts for everyone. And then January is down. So what do I have to do? Social media, I need to make a lot of content, and I need to be in every networking event where they talk about financial literacy, because that's where the people with the money are going to be. And then I also need to sorry, I said also twice. I also need to put myself in environments with younger crowds of people who are content creators. I went out to Bushwick the other night. I sat at the bar and I looked at a young man, went up to him with a business card. I said, your face is beautiful and I will give you 50% off your service if you allow me to use you for content.
He had braids?
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. And I said, where do you live? He said, Yonkers. I said, my shop is in Queens. What can we do? And he said, no problem.
He pulled up?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes, he did. And then I have some stylists now, TikTok, some clients now, TikTok is like very popular. I have one client, he gets braids as well. Every time he posts a TikTok of me, it's like 500,000 views. And that happens also for the other women I work with. So we just keep it pushing. I went on Pinterest one time. He wanted to get his hair done, and we're on Pinterest looking for a hairstyle. And my work came up. I almost died on someone's mood board.
Word?
Crazy.
That's
yeah. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, your braids.
You know what's crazy about like people who have to be there in order to make the money? Mm-hmm. Like, what would you do in the future to generate more revenue for yourself? Because as sooner you might be like, I'm tired of standing all day.
Right. Investments are key, because if I don't work, I don't make money. So now that I am making the money, it's best to invest in things that eventually will make the money for me. Being a hairstylist, you can buy into a 401k, health insurance, all that stuff. They do have all that independently for entrepreneurs now. But let's say if I was a nurse and stuff like that, when I would work, I would pay into that as I'm working. Being a hairstylist, you don't have that. So it's best to make sure that while the money is coming, because like you said, you think it's a cushion, you get it, you spend it, you have to prepare yourself for the future. Good investments, beauty supply store, stocks, Bitcoin, anything like that to keep the money working for you.
So you get hurt badly, so you can't even generate no chicken.
Right.
I don't like that.
Not me necessarily, but you know.
yeah. We're not wishing that on you, right? You know what I'm saying? We're not going to say that. Yeah.
So if as a hairstylist, barbershop, barber, if you don't work, you don't make no money. If anything happens to my body, you can't make no money. Like the other day, I had gotten into like a horrible situation where I ended up in a hospital and I had to cancel my clients, and I was devastated.
Damn, Mr. Calm Stat.
Yes, I was heated. Damn. Because I'm like, yo, thankfully, my clients don't really cancel. They tend to reschedule. So they'll come the following day or the following week. But I was just like, dang, like literally, if I don't work, I don't eat.
Yeah. Disclaimer. I run a business as well.
Okay.
That's why you hear my phone dinging all crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all hear it on the camera, please pause something. Yo, he's so rude.
Oh, Lord.
Good. Yo, so look, right? There's a joke. I thought it was cool.
I'm laughing.
As you should. So 5 ants rented a room.
Okay.
With 5 other ants.
Okay.
And these ants became 10 ants.
Okay. Is that a dad joke? It is funny.
Yo, shit. That wasn't funny. Yo, it is what it is.
You're such a dad for that, because that was definitely a dad joke.
Yo, my kids would love that joke. They'd be like, Dad,
oh, boy.
I should call him right now. I'm telling him right now.
I'm not going to hold you. It took me a minute to get that, though. I laughed madly.
Man. 10 ants. 10 ants. But yeah.
It's funny, though.
But anything you want to say to anybody who may come across this that wants to be a hairstylist? Is there any advice you would give them?
The advice I would give them is to keep going and always perfect your craft. As you said earlier, your daughters, they're doing hair, stuff like that. That means they're creatives. Usually kids will be like nerdy, stuff like that. It's always best to like capitalize on that. So anything you're good at, if you want to be a hairstylist, go to school, get licensed. Do not go to YouTube University, because it is not a game out here. Stick to it. Surround yourself with people that can help you learn the knowledge, perfect your skill, and eat them up.
Hello.
Okay.
And I have one more question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you can go back and tell your younger self to do something different, what would it be?
Nothing. I would do nothing different because I feel like everything I've done has made me into this person I am today. And I actually love who I've become. It's actually amazing.
What was your biggest mistake?
My biggest mistake in life was not trusting God. I've always been the person that felt like I needed things to go this way right now. And I've realized sometimes, like, when you just let it go and just go with the way your life is set to be, because sometimes people have this way of thinking, like, oh my gosh, like, this is not how it's supposed to be. I feel like our lives is already planned out before we already do it. So always at the right time, at the right, like the right place at the right time. And yeah.
I like that.
Thanks.
Yeah. You cute, Carter.
Thank you. You too.
Right. Come
Okay,
on,
well.
man. Now listen, man. Conversations with Relleasy. Stand the man, call the baby.
Hey, Ral.
We out of here.